Hey there, this is Shiraz. Welcome back to our channel runningcompany.in. It's all about running. Today's video is strength training for the runners. These are the routine that I use it at least twice a week, and that has really helped me to keep myself injury free. Not only that, it also helps in performance. So strength training is one of the most important thing that one must include. I do it at least twice a week. You do not require a gym as such, but if you do have a gym and access to a gym, it can be done in the gym. You can use the accessories or the equipment like dumbbell, you can use kettlebell, you can use TRX. So these are the accessories that or the equipment that you can always include in your training. The important part here to remember is most of the runners that I meet are quad dominant. That means they end up using a lot of their quadriceps, and what happens is the posterior muscles like the muscles of the glute, hamstring and the calves get weaker over a period of time due to repetitive use. So it's very important to work on those muscles, and my first exercise I will be demonstrating the exercise that will exactly activate the posterior chain. One of my favorite exercise is squat. While you are performing a squat, there are few things that you need to remember. Make sure before you start the squat your legs are shoulder width apart. While you are performing a squat, try to lean little forward and push your hip back. Assume that you are sitting on a chair and you make sure that you are focusing on the glute muscle. Contract your hip as hard as possible and go easy. Do not jerk your knee. And as far as breathing goes, while you go down, you can inhale and exhale gently when you come up. This is how you need to do. Hands in front, get into the starting position, lean slowly. While you push up, make sure you contract your hip, avoid jerking your knee. You have to remember that do not allow your knee to pass the toe level. Your knee should be exactly above your ankle. A slight lean forward is always better. You can do 25 reps into 3 sets twice a week, and it's really going to help you to develop a strong glute and the posterior muscles. Now going on to the next exercise. Though squat is one of my favorite exercise, but guys remember, running is single leg workout. Okay, so you need to do the single leg strengthening routine, and my next exercise is single leg squat. So we have Satish here to demonstrate the single leg squat, and Satish, can we?
Yep. Yeah. Hope this is the right way I'm doing it.
Yes, it's very important. What Satish was doing was to demonstrate the mistakes that people do in the single leg squat. Now what are the common mistakes that people do while they are performing a single leg squat is they allow their knee to pass the toe level and they are focusing a lot on the quadricep, then they are supposed to focus more on the hip muscles. Now the correct way to do the single leg squat is by not allowing your knee to pass the toe level. Your knee should be exactly above your heels, and the only way to do that is creating a slightly forward bend from your hips, or you can hinge from the hips.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
While sitting, you should not give a jerk. Huh?
No.
Soft landing.
No. So by not allowing your knee to cross the toe level, you are exactly working on your hip muscles, you're working exactly on the hamstring, and that is what single leg squat is supposed to do. So Satish could manage to do this single leg squat perfectly even after running for 50 kilometers in the morning. But for maximum newcomers, Satish, yeah, I think single leg squat in a beginning would be a big challenge.
Yeah,
you know, and I think some kind of a support is something. If they use some kind of support, either a TRX or a TheraBand or a resistance tube, they may get a little assistance. So let us show one more variation for the beginners.
All right. Okay. At the same time, I just want to ask you, if your core is stronger, also it will be easier for you to do this.
Yes, it's very important that entire upper body alignment should be taken care of while you are doing a single leg squat. Most of the people go down straight. So while they are going down, they go straight, and when they go straight, they try to compensate, and by putting a lot of pressure on the quadricep and the knee. So that is the one major mistake while what people do while performing a single leg squat. So for the beginners, it's best when they are attempting the single leg squat and they are worried about the position. It's always best to take a support. We have here TRX, and Satish will demonstrate how to perform TRX, how to perform a single leg squat using a TRX.
Now for the beginners, this makes it TRX band makes it very easier to do this exercise because there is no fear of falling. At the same time, you get a grip also. And instead of TRX band, I think you can use towels at home.
Yes, anything.
TheraBand.
Yes.
Anything you can use.
TheraBand, resistance tube, whatever is something that you can hold on to so that you feel secure.
Okay. At the same time, most important thing while you're doing exercises, like you have to feel the glutes, and while you're sitting, you should not be sitting. Faster movement should not be there. Easy movement, down and up. Easy movements. So it makes it like contracts your glute muscles.
Yes, and I think everyone should learn to use the glute at every rep, because that's where you focus when you do single leg squat, right?
Very nice.
Yes. The next exercise we're going to demonstrate is majorly for the upper body, as upper body mobility is an issue with all the runners, because we end up using our lower body and upper body becomes weak. And it is very important to remember that we need to strengthen our upper body as well and include these exercises at least twice a week. I have here Nilesh with me, and he is going to demonstrate the push-ups which will include the gym ball. So all you need to do is compress both the leg and hold the ball firm. Make sure you get into the push-up position first before you start the exercise. And when you go down very slowly, inhale and come back up. If you cannot go completely down, it's fine, you can go up to the right angle, stop there, and you can push back. Perform at least 10 to 15 repetitions, 3 sets, twice a week, which is good enough to improve your upper body strength, the shoulder strength. You're working on your back, you're working on your pectorals. That's it, Nilesh. Thank you. Number 3 exercise on my strength training list is overhead press. We will be using dumbbells. Since running is a single legged exercise, we'll be performing overhead press balancing on one leg, and Nilesh will demonstrate the exercise for you. So before starting the exercise, always get into the starting position. Nilesh, just demonstrate the starting position. So first you find your balance right, just lift your one leg, make sure your core is aligned, make sure your shoulder is in alignment with your hip, and then you perform your exercise once you have a firm grounding. As you push, you exhale. Perform this exercise slowly, at least 10 to 15 repetitions. You can use dumbbells, you can use kettlebell, and perform this 3 sets twice a week at least. And it's a great way to build up good strength on your shoulders, on your tricep and upper back. Now you can change the leg. Single leg overhead press is a great way to build strength in your shoulders, on your upper back muscles, and do it at least 15 counts 3 sets twice a week and you will find the difference. Fifth exercise on my list is one of my favorite, the bridge. It's most important to build the core strength. It also helps you to develop a strong glute and hamstring. So the important things to remember while performing a bridge is that you are working on your glute. So always when in the lift up position, try and contract the glute. Pressure should not be coming on your lumbar region or the lower back. Most of the people end up using their back and not the glute. So make sure that you feel the glute while you are exercising or performing the bridge. Another variation to the bridge is keeping both the legs on the bench or on the steps. Make sure you press your heels against the bench, lift your back slowly and focus on contracting the glute. Do not put pressure on your lumbar region or the lower back. Hold on for a few seconds, gently get back into the starting position. That's how you do a rep. Make sure you do 5 to 10 repetitions, 3 sets, include it at least twice a week. It will really help you to develop good strength in your glute and hamstring. I have hugely benefited from this strength routine. Do include these exercises in your routine as well. Do let me know. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Do give us a thumbs up if you like the video. This is Shiraz signing off, runningcompany.in. It's all about running.